UFC 322 predictions time, boys. Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. The big one is here. Okay, boys, the main event after these fucking trash Apex cards. I'm so sorry, this is not my voice, Jesus Christ. Dude, I'm so fucking excited for after these Apex cards with Bonfim stuff and the other one, Garcia. After the last pay-per-view with the eye poke stuff, just God, this is the card we need, this is the card we want, this is what we deserve. So let's not harp on this too much. Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. So Islam Makhachev is the favorite, I would imagine. I think so. I think when I looked, Islam is the favorite, right? And many people, especially the Daggy fans, they are really overlooking JDM, dude. JDM, he's not like famous, I don't think. Maybe in his hometown. He's not like a big name. This is his first defense. This is his first big fight against a big name. But dude, he's dangerous AF against Islam. We have to think like, for you guys that are so confident in Islam, he struggled like hell against Volk. The 45 champ, still the 45 champ. Old man, out of his prime, one good hip, Dustin Poirier. Defended many takedowns, got up from bottom, scrambled. BJJ, bam. Like bloodied up Islam, like afterbirth, like. And go back to the Volk fight, Volk a 145er. Now we're up to, what is it, a 25-pound jump. I know Volk was a 55er in that fight, but you guys know what I mean. And you know, lots of similarities, both Aussies, Australia, right? Good boxers. I would put, Ilya number 1, then for 2 and 3. I immediately after Ilya think of JDM and Volk. I think those two are in the top 4, definitely. I think for me of the UFC's best boxers. So both Australians, both great boxing, great grappling defense, and if I remember correctly, for the Islam fight, Volk trained with Craig Jones. What is the welterweight Volk doing for this fight? Training with Paul Craig, the kryptonite. I just don't think, dude, Volk dropped Islam. Was pounding the shit out of him in the last minute of the 5th round. Dustin did his thing. Like the thing is, when Islam Makhachev gets people on full camp, he seems to struggle. Listen, I can give him, dude, great win against Oliveira. Ended his like 12-fight win streak, whatever it was. Great win. But otherwise, if we look like the last few, 4 or 5 years, whatever. So, Dan Hooker, short notice, squashed him. Bobby Green, short notice, squashed him. Oliveira already mentioned, good one. But then full camp, Volk, 5-round, hard fight. People still to this day argue, did Volk get robbed? Did Islam do enough? What was the next fight? Sorry. Then he get Volk short notice, head kick. Full camp Dustin almost goes 5 rounds. Even if you think, which I don't have a problem with, if you think Islam won most rounds against Dustin, still had a hell of a fight, hard for him, very hard. And then short notice again, Moricano, submission 1st round. So there's a pattern there. First of all, why did we wait from Islam fought in January, now he's fighting in November? I know JDM fought in May, I believe. 315 against Belal, but like June, July, August, September, October, November. If I counted correctly, that's 6 months. I don't know. Didn't we hear some that Islam struggled to to put on size? I feel like we heard that like 2-3 months ago. But anyway, I just think, you know, after everything I've said, JDM being this isn't Masvidal, a former lightweight, up at welterweight like Burns. You know, Colby, who was very thin. Maybe people thought that, you know, he could probably have fought for a long time at 55 if he wanted to cut more weight. Like, I think when they were at ATT, Dustin was walking around heavier outside of camp than Colby. So who knows? But anyways, yeah. So like, dude, this is a real, legit, full-sized welterweight in Jack Della Maddalena with like 9 out of 10 boxing for MMA, of course. You can watch, people have done videos breaking down his great like defensive work and smart game plan against Belal with like every time Belal feinted a takedown, either feinted or like, okay, now I'm gonna go shoot for a takedown. JDM always went down with him, and also punished him even for feinting. So did Belal like feint the takedown, JDM went down with him and then like bam, cracked him with a shot, bam. And then if he did a follow up, oh yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I think JDM has showed really good in his fights with following a game plan and being like calm in the big moments, in the big fights for him he has had, sticking to a game plan, being calm when he needs to, but also bam when he needs to. You know, followed Randy Brown, bam, I don't know where. You know, was the entire fight versus, you know, even the fight that people have shit on him for, the Basil Hafez fight on short notice. JDM clearly won that fight, don't know what people are talking about. Like, stayed calm. You know, when he had his moments, battered Basil Hafez against the cage. Stuck it on Kevin Holland for 3 rounds. Then Burns, you know, people, of course, watching it live thought, okay, Burns is moving to a decision win here. But bam, a great Craig Jones scramble, boom, gets off from the takedown. Times a perfect knee when Burns shoots in for the takedown. Boom! Drop Burns and rain down. Brutal ground and pound. So like, he stays, you know, calm in the grappling, gets up, times a perfect knee, and the killer instinct just 10 out of 10. Bah, 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 bah. Not the best explanation maybe. But and then of course going to the Belal fight. Just 5 rounds. Even if Belal with his Canelo hands landed some good shots here and there. JDM, you know, rolled with many, defended. Even if he got cracked, just continued on, defended takedowns. If he got taken down, he got back up every single time. As I said, got down, bam, countered him. In this fight, I'm definitely going with JDM. I need to move on. Jesus, I think, how long have I talked about this? Anyway, JDM, he will, what was I thinking? JDM, I just think when Islam gets into the cage, like, he will be like pretty quick. But dude, this is a big fuck, like, and when they get into the boxing and like getting close, JDM will. I just see JDM. Like, dude, can or even will he be taken down by Islam? Probably. And I'm not saying like, oh, he did this to Belal, who's, I mean, he's a bigger guy. He's a welterweight. Well, Islam was a lightweight. But I'm not gonna say like, of course, Islam is a better fighter than Belal. Belal. How the fuck was Belal ever champ? Leon, you fucking. But also, maybe like that. How was Belal or Leon champs? Yeah. Anyway. I just think Islam has like. When have we. As I said. When it's not on short notice, when has he shown dominant grappling? Like, I'm not talking 4 years ago against Drew Dober or fucking Thiago. What was his name? Am I thinking of the right? Thiago Moises, right? And even those guys, like, that wasn't easy first round. Or like even, I mean, Thiago Moises, didn't that? I think the Moises fight went to the 4th round. Moises versus Islam. Nah, man. 4th round? 4th round against Thiago Moises, man? Nah, man. We don't buy that here, man. Yeah, I think I have explained as good as I can, kind of, with this fight. That, dude, Islam, if he gets him down, dude, JDM, dude, if Dustin could do that with like one good hip, being older, out of his prime, got that ability out of nowhere. Dude, JDM, I know JDM will scramble. If he doesn't defend and gets taken down, he will get up. I promise you, he will get up. And he will continue to get up. And Islam he gets tied in like every fight. We see it in against Dustin. He took the deep breath, had to like take some moments and like, Jesus Christ. Especially against Volk, like a bitch. In this one, he will take some deep breaths after JDM gets up, after JDM defends a few takedowns, and just like do the Henry Cavill. And he will bam, 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 boom. Yeah, I think imagine he like submits Islam. How do you tap, brother? How do you tap, brother? Khabibs spanking him outside of the cage. Hey, brother. I think. Do we think TKO or knockout? Like, imagine against the cage like Pereira versus Adesanya, but like the ref waits 3 seconds and bam, out cold. I would love JDM to knock out the gold fucker. Okay, dude, I'm always saying like round 4. No, round 3, TKO for Jack Della Maddalena. Mamacita, Valentina Shevchenko versus Yang Weili. Okay. One of the few... Dude, I'm actually excited for a women's fight for once. This is how good this card is. They're gonna be excited for the girls, man. Okay? I'm changing fucking accents for this shit, okay? What do we think here? Oh, dude, I want Valentina to win. I know she's a bit on the older side, but we all here on the channel like some MILFs, right? Some MILFs? Some Ava Adams, some Kendra with some lust in her. I don't know. Like people seem to think Weili, right? I mean, Weili has been unstoppable. Dude, he held the belt like... She won the belt, actually, at the MSG 3 years ago. So she's basically been champ now for 3 years. Of course, she vacated it, but you know what I'm saying. Like, basically for 3 years, she's been the strawweight queen after already being it before. But Rose, the 12-year-old kid, 12-year-old boy stopped her. Dude, my nose is fucked. Valentina, of course, not really the same. The shocking loss to dude, I felt it going into that fight with Grasso. Dude, it just feels like the time where the upsets happen. It was just around that time, you know, Leon head kicked Usman. I thought Pereira was gonna beat Adesanya, but I'm pretty sure he was a decent-sized underdog. But he, of course, TKO'd Adesanya. A lot of stuff like that around that time, I believe. I don't remember, was TJ a favorite or what is the word? Favorite or underdog against Sterling? Don't remind me about that fight. I love TJ. Have you guys seen that TJ is like I think we all knew TJ was like roided up like after his career, not in his career, after. But now he's like yoked, man. Anyway. I want Valentina to win. Some MILF, you know, she's attractive, I think. Especially like a few years ago. But she looks kind of the same. Yeah, after the long rant of the other one. Okay, actually, who do I think wins? Who do I think? Okay, Zhang Weili decision. I think that if you're going with Weili, it feels pretty easy to go with decision. I mean, she couldn't finish Tatiana Suarez. Dude, if Shevchenko and Suarez fought, I would. Dude, we got some good fights here. Okay, Brady versus Morales. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. I didn't need to look to get the full names. I had the screen to the side. I just looked. Oh, this good fight. Feels like kind of a step down-ish for Brady. Like, felt like after the Belal was pretty good climb with Gastelum, lower down stuff, and then with what is it? The Burns fight, contender, you know, a bit past his prime and stuff, a bit on the older side. And then Leon, like in his prime, most people would say like just lost the belt, top dog, like number 1 in the division, maybe number 2. I think number 1 at the time. And he just steamrolled Leon, and now we get like, yeah, number 8, Michael Morales. Very interesting. Dude, okay, this is maybe not what you guys want to hear. I don't know if, like, are the fans, is it a big hype train behind Morales? Like, I'm not trying to sound like a casual. I know, like, he's like undefeated. There's some hype, of course. But I mean, like, are people overwhelming? I haven't seen like the fan response to this fight. If like I'm kind of getting on the Brady hype train. Like, dude, I was so impressed with the Leon performance. His last fight. Jesus, I'm dying. But yeah. So I don't know what if this is what the fans want to hear. But dude, I think probably Brady by steamrolling Morales. He got 3 rounds. Will he? I mean, he submitted Edwards, of course. Decision against Burns. No, wait, he submitted Gastelum also, of course. So it was only Burns, of course, yeah. I mean, he took down Burns several times, like just muscled him around, same with Edwards. Like, I could see that Morales, you know, maybe cracks Brady, hurts him in one of the rounds. Maybe, you know, later, you know, Brady dominates, like, or clearly what wins round 1 and 2, gets hurt in the 3rd, but it's not enough to finish him off, maybe. Yeah, I think Brady will continue dominate with the wrestling, and will he get the finish? Yeah, I think decision against like the last fight, the Weili Shevchenko fight. yeah, Sean Brady by decision. Now, guys, please stand, do the RRP stuff, the shirts, especially for you UK fans, for the what is it called when someone passes? For the funeral. My English sucks today. Jesus. For the funeral of Leon Rocky Edwards. I want to fight for a title. I think I deserve to fight for a title. I'm on the 7-5 win streak. I think I will done the title. I think yeah, dude, I would love to see Leon. Like, dude, I wouldn't even be. I'm not even like. I think the whole. I'm kind of over the entire fighting nerds thing. Like, I see Benoit Saint Denis down here. Of course, you stopped his friend. Dude, they should do Benoit versus Prates, man. And Dariush versus Edwards. That sounds sick. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it just feels like Prates will F him up. But as I was gonna say, I wouldn't be mad if Edward, like, imagine Edwards head kicks him. Does like a turnaround. 3 years later, the head kick is back. But the thing is, nowadays, I kind of can't pick Leon. Like, he's so passive, defensive, kind of not as slick and technical as he thinks he is. At least not defensive. Like, it's not hard to tag Leon. Yeah, you just can't. Fuck F the breakdown. Like, you just can't go with Leon anymore. You just can't, man. I think Prates probably gonna batter him and finish him. Will he knock him out cold? Oh, dude, I can so see that with the TKO. Dude, I'm gonna go with a flatline KO. Round 2 for Carlos Prates. 70-year-old Benil Dariush vs Benoit Saint Denis, Soy, France. Let's go! Dude, are you alright? Good that they took off Bo Nickal off the main card. Like, dude, what the main card? Dariush Saint Denis, Edwards Prates, Brady Morales, Shevchenko Wei Li, JDM Makhachev. Let's go, boys. And the crazy thing is, I don't even think this is a... Like, for nowadays UFC 2025, this is like this is the best card of all time, you know, super stacked. But like for the standard, the old standards, for the standards a few years back, like, this isn't like the most insane card. Like, even JDM isn't a big star, big name. Like, just like a bit back, like, this one would have been, you know, good main event. And, you know, 3 good fights. I just think the standards have dropped a lot. But I'm not complaining. I'm so happy to see this. I'm gonna be so hyped watching this live. So, Dariush Benoit Saint Denis. Dude, this is like a pick if I ever saw one. I mean, it felt like Dariush was cooked, getting finished by Oliveira and Orman, both in the first round. But then he was almost finished by Moicano in the first, but then Moicano stopped being a good fighter and became like an old man after a round or something. But, oh, dude, also BSD kind of sucks. But, oh, dude, the thing is with this one, like, this guy's last fight made it, like, changed this fight for me, because I thought, like, Dariush was done, but then he beat Moicano, okay? Oh, MMA math, he beat Oh, dude, actually, I think I'm gonna... Dude, this is a hard one, so I'm actually maybe gonna go with some MMA math. Moicano dominated Saint Denis. And Dariush kind of started to dominate Moicano, like round 2 and 3, like beat him clearly. So I'm going with, am I? Yeah, you know what? After thinking a bit, I'm actually gonna go with Dariush round 1 TKO. Like Dariush, Benoit is sloppy, like trash defensively. I can see Dariush with some old man power left, like when he comes in like that to defend the takedowns, if he gets taken down, get up easily, maybe scramble, get on top, who knows? Get a TKO from Mount or side contra, who knows? But I think standard he can crack him, you know, like Dustin did. TKO first round, maybe, yeah, first round, man. Bo Nickal. Prelims, motherfucker. Prelims, man. Prelims. Bo Nickal, Rodolfo Vieira. Dude, I want Vieira. Oh, that would be so fucking funny. If Rodolfo Vieira like subbed Bo Nickal with like a triangle or like mount him with his cock in his mouth. Sucking that, man. Rodolfo Vieira, wasn't that like the BJJ guy that came in with some hype and got like smacked up by Anthony Hernandez? Of course, now that hasn't aged bad at all because Hernandez is like effing up everyone. But at the time, he was like the guy that lost to Kevin Holland, I think. Or maybe the Kevin Holland fight was right after. I don't know. But Vieira isn't anything special. I think Bo Nickal, you know what, this fight doesn't deserve my thinking. I'm tired. I'm going with Bo Nickal. Jesus Christ. What other fight? Oh, Kopylov, Gregory Rodriguez. All right, of course. Let's go with, Costa smacked up Kopylov, right? Dude, Costa, when the fuck is Costa coming back? Gregory Rodriguez. Oh yeah, Gregory Rodriguez will probably F up Kopylov. Did you see what he did to my man Hermansson? Gregory Rodriguez, 100%. Blanchfield Cortez. I would probably like for Cortez, maybe, like, she's hot. Yeah, Blanchfield, absolutely. GM3, Kyle Dawkins. I'm gonna go with Kyle. GM3 could definitely win though. That's it, kind of. Jesus. The rest wasn't much to have, but dude, I'm excited. UFC 22 week starts now, or has already started, depending on when this. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this content all the time. If I'm not sick. I don't know, man. Peace or something. Latest video right here. Playlist right here.